A significant improvement in terms of the numbers that have been coming in overnight, and certainly from all the analysis that we have seen, one of the surprises many have said, given that the party is a new entrant and is just a couple of months old, is of course the MK party. If we take a look at the leaderboard there, the MK currently sitting on the national ballot at 846,489. And while a lot of focus was put on the performance of MK in KwaZulu-Natal, which currently stands at 482,117, what we've also seen as a surprise just overnight is the fact that the MK party in Mpumalanga has also made significant inroads at 103,206. And also quite notably, if you look at the MK party also surpassing the EFF nationally, and indeed also developments also coming overnight is that you'd recall that Jabulani Khumalo, who'd been standing side by side with the MK leader, the former president Jacob Zuma, since we saw the formation of this party, of course there'd been internal squabbles there as well, with the IEC of course recognizing then Jacob Zuma as the leader of the MK party. There's since been developments also regarding that. Let me bring in very quickly the MK party who've just arrived for us this morning. Baba, thank you very much once again for your time. It's been quite significant from what we see so far. And judging from some of the analysis as well, there are quite a number of surprises. First of all, the MK surpassing the EFF nationally. Your party is only but a couple of months old.
Yeah, we are very overwhelmed, very excited with the result that we see now, especially, as you said, to be number 3. It's about 55% of votes that have been counted. It means a lot. It's all thanks to God and thanks to the South Africans who casted their vote for Umkhonto weSizwe. Yeah.
There's also been a lot of focus on your performance in KwaZulu-Natal. And the issue of identity politics has also come in, where there had been an expectation from those who've been analyzing this election that you would do well in KwaZulu-Natal. But Mpumalanga has also come as a surprise from what we see. Let me quickly just take a look at those numbers once again. And in Mpumalanga, there I'm sure colleagues would be able to show you at 103,206 at this particular stage. What in particular would you attribute that to as your party?
I think the effort that we put in these provinces, together with other provinces as well, I must say. But for KwaZulu-Natal, as you can see, the figures, even if you can take ANC and IFP numbers, join them together, they can't match the MK. That is a significant volume of this election. Perhaps if I can go to Mpumalanga, as you said, the groundwork in Mpumalanga was done by the leadership of Umkhonto weSizwe, led by our president, Babu Jacob Zuma. It shows that it was not just a work that was not noticed by the community out there. That is why I'm saying people give us a massive feedback for what they do to us. And I really don't know how, as Umkhonto weSizwe, can thank the people out there. Yeah.
There have been internal squabbles in the run-up to this election that was held in South Africa. And we see it continuing to play out now. The IEC, of course, had made its decision on the leadership, on that particular aspect of who is the leader of MK. We saw that unfold, but we understand that Jabulani Khumalo is approaching the electoral court on the issue of leadership. He is challenging that. Your reaction?
No, Jabulani Khumalo can do whatsoever. His constitutional rights to do whatsoever he believes. But he knows deep down, bottom of his heart, that Umkhonto weSizwe is the party that got one president, which is Baba Jacob Zuma. You know, as you can see, our spokesperson always articulate this in a manner that is understandable and very clear. If you were sent to do something, it doesn't mean that that thing is yours. So it can go to any court, but people knows who is the president of Umkhonto weSizwe, and we only have one president in Umkhonto weSizwe, that is Ubaba Jacob Zuma. No one else, and there will be no one else until that time comes.
I know that we've run out of time, and the one who's leading me in the SABC technical van, Mtaki, tells me I'm out of time, but very quickly, a little bird tells me that there's a possibility of some talks that are already taking place behind the scenes. Can you confirm that?
This election, they give a political landscape of that. It looked like you can't be alone. But I believe in the leadership. I believe in our president. He will tell us, he will reveal, maybe if however he talks to some political parties for a good government, as long as it's going to be the people that we're going to govern with them correctly. But our aim was one. It was suited majority. We didn't want all these things. But if however the political landscape put us in that corner, we'll accept it and we'll move. Thank you.
So you're not ruling it out. And the word you used was, you can't go alone.
No, not actually. But I believe if that is how it's supposed to be, let's take that route. Let's take that route and respect each other as political parties. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much indeed. The MK party, of course, reacting to what we've seen take place overnight there, Ayanda, on the aspects relating to the MK's performance thus far. Of course, a lot of the analysts talking about KwaZulu-Natal, but Mpumalanga certainly is where it's also made inroads, also on a national scale, surpassing the economic freedom fighters, and not really wanting to say if there are talks that are taking place at this particular time. But a little birdie seems to tell me that that is likely on the cards as we speak.